Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I made this vintage sample. So first I started out with this chord progression. I'm using Ataria Stage 73V. The preset I'm using is Coffee Time. I didn't adjust any parameters. I cut some of the low end off and then I added a little RC20. But I'm going to play it dry. I'm going to show you guys the chord progression. So this is how it sounds dry. All right, so I'm gonna cut some of the low end and then I'm gonna show you what I did in RC20. I didn't do too much, added a little noise. I changed the vinyl type, added a little wobble, added some space, and then adjusted the width and adjusted some of the frequencies here, and turned the gain up a little bit. So that's how it sounds. And then for the second part of the sample, I just took out some notes, to be honest with you. I didn't do too much. And then also with when I'm making these kind of samples, I like to use a lot of panning techniques, and I pan this particular track sound to the right. And then I also added some track delay to give it a more humanizing feel so that it's not too stuck to the grid. And next, the next sound I used was a clavinet. I'm using Contact's Scarby Clavinet Full. I didn't adjust any parameters. So let me play it sound. Let me play this sound dry with no effects. So that's how it sounds dry. So I cut off the low end and the high end, and then I use this plugin called Vary Speed. It's a tape delay plugin. Here are the parameters that I used. And then I used RC20. Adjusted some of the parameters here, as you can see on the screen. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for the clavinet. So let's get down to the brass. It's a brass core by Spitfire, and I only cut off the low end. Let me solo it. Yeah, pretty simple melody. And then I panned it to the left. And then I also adjusted the track delay on this one as well. And I forgot to tell you guys, I did pan the clavinet as well. I just do that to create space, you know, to give everything its every sound is like its own vibe, and it just makes everything sound better, to be honest with me. And then I'm using, for the bass, I use the Scarby Rickenbacker bass. Probably one of the best basses I've ever heard from a plugin. It sounds amazing. I didn't do any processing to it. I didn't even adjust any of the parameters. This is how it sounds. And that's pretty much it. So altogether, this is how it sounds. Okay, so yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then what I did was, I like to pitch my samples down 3 semitones. I feel like for me, it makes, I don't know, it just makes things sound better. So when I create my samples, and then I added this master stereo enhance rack from Ableton Live. Then I added cassette also to the master, just to give it to give the sound some bottom. Well, not give it bottom, but like it brought out some of the low end. Okay, so I'm gonna play it dry, and I'm gonna adjust the semitones. This is how it sounds. Pretty much the same as before. Okay, and I'm gonna add the these two effects. So this is the preset I used, and these are the parameters that I adjusted for the cassette plugin. And that's pretty much it. And that's what I did to create the this sample. I try my best to use sounds that were used in the 70s, if it's available to me. Not necessarily recommended, but you know, just to give it that kind of 70s vibe. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. Just make sure you like and subscribe and leave the comments below. Thanks.